Today we're talking about women killers for men. So fragrances that will grab you attention from women, that will be head turners. So I really thought about this, and this has been requested by you guys. I created a more balanced list of both designer and niche scents so that you've got something to choose for yourself, whatever your budget. 3, 2, 1, let's do this. Hi, my name is Monika Cioch, and on this channel we talk about fragrances. So if you're interested in that topic, press that subscribe button and let's get on with today's video. When I was thinking about this video and how to make it, I really separated it into 2 different sections. So the fresh fragrances, because that smell has been proven to be the most alluring and sexy to women in many studies actually. So I have separated the list into that section, and also the sweeter, attention grabbing fragrances that are sometimes a bit more loud. So let's start with the freshies. The one and only, and I love this fragrance so much, is Acqua di Gio Profumo. And this, guys, man, sometimes I do just come home after work and I just go into my fragrance cabinet and I smell this. Oh my gosh, this is just so good. This is a fresh patchouli fragrance. If you are a fan of the original Acqua di Gio, which I know so many of you guys know and love, this is slightly better in my opinion. It's a bit more modern, because the classic version, the one in the clear bottle, that was made in the 90s, and so many people in my life have worn it. Like my dad he wore it a lot and I loved it on him, but because it was made in the 90s, it sometimes can smell a bit less modern than this. And this has got better projection, better longevity, and this is a fresh fragrance with a difference, and this will grab you. Compliments. This will stop people in their tracks. This is just so fresh, also a bit spiky. What I mean by spiky is that the freshness has got the underlying deepness and like wildness in there. So it's got aquatic notes, a fresh bergamot, I believe, and then the patchouli that makes it more deep, more interesting, just very magnetic and alluring. I love this. This is a classic and, designer, affordable, very good quality for money. Acqua di Gio Profumo. Number 9, we've got a bottle that I don't have, but I've been testing this on my skin for the past 2 months, and I just love this fragrance. This is a niche fragrance. I don't think many people have spoken about this, at least I haven't seen it on anybody's YouTube channel really, but this is Mise en Cire Colognes de Figuier. I'll pop the name also, and I do all the links in the description box anyway, because sometimes it's hard to find those. I couldn't find it on Fragrantica even, so I don't know if it's a new release maybe, but I only discovered Mise en Cire, and this is a fragrance line that was created by Alberto Morillas, that actually created Acqua di Gio. So, he has done some great things. And this is something that smells very fresh, but still very huggable and very alluring. And this has got a similar DNA profile to a very popular Creed Aventus. This fragrance is very refreshing. It is meant to smell like a fig tree. So you're smelling the greenness of the fig leaf, the slight lactonic nature of figs also, but bergamot is like one of the best opening notes ever in men fragrances, and this has got a huge blast of ambroxan, which makes the top notes, I feel like, last a bit longer and they're a bit more smelt, at least in my opinion. So that is paired with bergamot, which is like such a juicy masculine scent, so refreshing. If you like Creed Aventus, I really would love you to try this. This is just amazing, but it's got that a touch of softness coming from the fig leaf and the fig nature. It's called Cologne de Figuier, which is like cologne of figs. The softness of it just makes it more unique, in my opinion, to everybody that uses Credo Ventus knows the scent, but this has got this similar scent profile, but it's just a bit different, but still so sexy and so captivating, so crowd pleasing. You'll get compliments from this because this is so crowd pleasing, but it's different. So this is a perfect woman killer for you guys. Yes, Alberto, you did very, very, very well. Mise en cire, Figuier, no, Cologne de Figuier. In a similar vein, number 8 is Explorer. I did a couple of videos on this, and you guys know that these sort of scents are not my personal favorite, but I just can't ignore the fact that this kind of scent profile is universally loved. I mean, loved by women. My husband even wore this the other day, and he got a compliment sending in a queue somewhere, and the woman there was like, "Who smells so good? Who smells so good? I need to know the name of this fragrance." So, you know, it just is so crowd pleasing. If you want to get attention from girls, from women, just wear something like this. This is affordable. This is not the longest lasting and not the biggest scent throw. But if you want to smell good, if you want to get compliments, this will do the job just fine. Just keep spraying it throughout the day. This is very refreshing. Again, a fresh, not aquatic, a fresh fragrance with bergamot. Again, the best opening in the entire world. You can smell it pretty much anywhere, so just go and smell it, and I'm sure you'll love it because so many people do. Number 8 is Montblanc Explorer. Number 7, this fragrance is one of the most masculine fragrances I have ever smelled. It's wonderful, it's uniquely crafted. I just love it. Every time I smell it on somebody, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is one of the best freshies out there. And it's a weird fresh fragrance because it's a leather scent, but it's got this weird cucumber sort of scent at the same time. And it's not listed in the notes, but many people smell it, and I smell it so much. This weird cucumber freshness that, you know, when you're cutting a cucumber and it just, the smell just fills the room and you know that's a cucumber. It's like this juicy freshness that is mouth-watering. That is what Dior Fahrenheit is. That plus super masculine leather, and it's one of those fragrances. My husband used to wear it when we started dating, and he wore that with his leather jacket, and those two together are like a match made in heaven. So sexy, so masculine. I'm just like, it's the best. So number 7, woman killer, has to be Dior Fahrenheit. Number 6, Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette. It is so good. I do love it. And funnily enough, I was thinking of making this video. I was just browsing loads of different fragrances at this fragrance counter, and 2 girls came up to the Dior Sauvage counter. One of them was like, "Oh my gosh, I love this fragrance, smell this." And they were like smelling it. And they were like, "Oh, it's so sexy, it's so good." And I was like, right, yes, that fragrance is going on my list. This is an amazing fragrance, and the Eau de Toilette is the most affordable out of the line, and it's the best projecting. And this is a fragrance that you can wear safely every single day, or like in the daytime, and just attract people to you, because the scent on this baby, it is huge. So you'll be able to really turn heads. It's a fresh fragrance, and women again are very attracted to fresh fragrances, and I don't know why, but it's true. Like every time I smell a fresh fragrance, I'm like, there's just something there, something that does it for us. I don't really understand it, but this fragrance is very special. Again, I want to go on and on about this because this is a very citrusy, fresh opening with some spices. This also has got patchouli, and yes, patchouli makes this fragrance a bit deeper. It's got some vetiver, which is extremely masculine and very fresh again. It just gives it this grassy freshness. It's just a very good overall scent. And together with this, I would recommend you Dior Homme, the 2020 version that is coming out this month, because I have smelt it and I really, really love it. And it's very similar to Dior Sauvage, but I might just prefer it slightly. It's a very similar scent profile, again a fresh fragrance, but it's got less of the sweetness in the opening. Now let's move on to more deeper fragrances, more heavy fragrances, more sweet fragrances, more of, let's say, more clubbing fragrances, more evening appropriate. You know what I mean. Let's start with a fragrance, again a newer release. It's called Atomic Rose from Initio. One of you guys in my comments, I believe it was Robert, he said that he wears Delina from Parfum de Marly. It is a female scent, rose scent, that is very, very compliment getting for women. I have worn it and people love it on women. And he said in the comments that he actually wears it himself and he gets loads of compliments from women. When I smelled Atomic Rose from Initio, it linked to Delina in my mind. You know how you've got a scent memories associated with scents? Straight away I was like, this gives me similar vibes, very similar vibes to Delina from Parfum de Marly. But Delina has, you know, a bottle that is very feminine, curvy, it's pink. And Atomic Rose, the bottle is very unisex, very approachable. And I thought it was perfect because many guys might actually love this scent and apply it on themselves because it's a similar sort of scent, sweet, ambery, vanilla rose that is just so beautiful and sexy, so just very, very alluring. It's one of those fragrances that people ask you, what are you wearing? And it's got a good projection too of the scent throw. If you love rose, and you might think, oh, rose is such a feminine scent. Actually, girls love sweeter scents on a guy, and this is a stunning sweet vanilla, but it's not too heavy. It's not overwhelmingly heavy. It's still got that lift of freshness, and it's just so piercing in a good way to my nose. Like it just, the scent just hits you and you are in love with it. And that is what I would describe it as. It's like a fall in love scent. Like you smell it and you fall in love with it straight away, which is perfect because it's a woman killer. Because if a woman smells it, she'll just fall in love with that scent and will want to know what you smell like, will want to approach you. And the guy Robert from the comments, he said that he gets loads of compliments from women actually, so that just makes me sure to put this scent in here because I love it personally on myself, but also on other people and other men. So this is a great one. Number 4 just has to go to a scent that you all knew that I would put in here. Like you told me in comments, you were like, oh, she'll put that one in. And yes, I'm sorry to be so predictable, but this scent just has to be in here. And it is YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. I still don't have a bottle, no. But this is a fragrance that I have loved for such a long time. My husband has gone through bottles of this. It is the scent that almost every single woman loves. Like loves. It's a cozy, inviting cardamom lavender scent. It's calming, it's slightly fresh, it's hypnotic because of the lavender. It's just so good. This is one of the best designer date time fragrances for men. this will get you compliments. This will stop people in their tracks. This is just amazing. You can smell it at any of your local stores, I'm sure. Number 4, YSL La Nuit. I had to do it. I had to do it. This one is kind of in the middle because it's fresh, but it's also not a typical freshie. So that's why I'm putting it here. It is the one that I really, really love. And this scent really captivates people in the air. It just does something in the air that is indescribable, and people really notice it, and women love it. It's so beautiful in the air. Whenever I smell it, and I smell it quite often because I work in a city centre, and this scent, I feel like it's just very popular in a good way. Like whenever I smell it on somebody, it just works so well with everybody's body chemistry. It just does something special. It's so well crafted, so smooth. This will linger in the air and draw women in, get you attention because you'll smell that good. And it is the one and only Allure Homme Sport Eau Extrême by Chanel. Oh my gosh. This scent is a sandalwood. This has got mint and mandarin, which are just so fresh, herbal, beautiful, and then it's got a slight sweetness at the bottom, and just the sandalwood. I think it's sandalwood, right? That just smooths everything over, so it's fresh, but it's also clean. It's a bit sporty. It's so expensive smelling. In the air, it's just the best. It's like the best hug ever. It's just so sexy, so beautiful. And it's designer, guys. It's designer. It's no-brainer. It's literally no-brainer. It's so good. The freshness. The smoothness. Allure Homme Sport Eau Extrême. And people ask me, which foam is it? Eau de toilette? Or is it Eau de Parfum? And on Chanel's website it says Eau Extrême, just to make it more complicated, and then in this description it says Eau de Parfum. So this is, they call it Eau Extrême just to make it harder, but it is the Eau de Parfum. And finally, number 1 is a fragrance that I have just repurchased. It's a sweet fragrance. Very, very unique in a way, but still crowd pleasing. It's like perfect for daytime situations, perfect for like evening situations. And I don't hear people speak about this fragrance often. And it's by Guerlain, who craft the most beautiful fragrances. And it's L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum. And this fragrance has all the things that I love. It's got cherries and almond, a bergamot almond opening. It's got vanilla in the base. It's just so creamy but fresh, so syrupy but fresh, and the quality is in the juice. It's just like perfect hug of freshness and sweetness at the same time. It's edible, like cherries, almond. You're smelling like a dessert, and women love sweet fragrances and shower fresh fragrances on men. And there's just something about this fragrance that is just like a genius sort of fragrance. People from the marketing team at Guerlain describe this fragrance as mysterious and sensual. And these 2 words describe this fragrance perfectly. Well done, the marketing team. It is such a sensual fragrance and mysterious fragrance that will just captivate people, and they will want to know you more. Let me know which fragrances are your woman killers. Would love to know, and I'm sure all the men in the comments would love to know too. I post every Monday and Thursday, and occasionally I post something on a Saturday, so press that notification bell so you get notified of my latest videos. And I do read your comments, so if you are subscribed and you press the notification bell, I will shout out your comment. Today's comment is from David Mann. He says, "Love Allure Chanel Sport Eau Extrême." I love it too. Why am I doing this voice? I have been wearing this for 2 months and I get so many compliments every day. See guys, that would be my fragrance for life. So Allure Homme Sport XM. It is that good. Again, remember, if you love something, just wear it no matter what the marketing people tell you. And I'll see you all again very, very soon.